Oh, I still see the bands in the. Oh, I still see the bands in the image. I don't know how I'm gonna get rid of that. I had gotten rid of it before, but it seems to be back. Anyway, so I'm working on the mermaid journal. I've kind of been just piddling around in here all day and haven't really accomplished much other than organizing a few things. But really, yeah, I wasn't doing that much. Um, Hi, Crafts and Halls with Leela, or is that Layla? So anyway, I decided to. Well, I brought my computer in here earlier and said, okay, I'm gonna go live today. That was early this morning, and I'm just now getting around to it. But I didn't really know what I wanted to do, so this is what I've done in the last hour or so. I've been working on the mermaid journal, like I said, and I've gotten a few things done, and I've been working on it without you all. I did record some of it, so there will be some videos, I guess, coming up for that. But I'm working on embellishing it now a little more. So like I've put in some pockets, and this was a mistake because I didn't want two of the same images back to back, and I stuck that there before I realized she was here. So I may end up covering this up in some way. I don't know. But the images, I like them so much, it's kind of hard to embellish it because I don't want to cover up anything. And then I have like the more plain pages like this. And that was another reason why I wanted to put like the envelopes and stuff in here. But now that I have all of that, I'm a little stumped on how I want to decorate it. So yeah, I put this little pocket here with these items. And I think I have got quite enough mermaid ephemera in here already, or images. So I need to lay off of the mermaids, even though it's a mermaid journal. So we got that. But I think I'm just like going totally overboard. Leela, okay. Thank you, Leela. But yeah. So anywho, I was thinking I could do something with the envelopes. And I was going to use her in some kind of way, but then I was like, this is a stamp. Can't I just like decoupage her on? That would be better than just having this craft paper mermaid just stuck on the envelope. So you know when you're doing decoupage and you take the napkins apart, and it's 2 or 3 layers usually. Well, this is a layer. This is a layer that I had taken apart from another napkin. And what I did was I stamped her on with distress ink, which is probably a bad idea since I think it reacts with water. So then I was like, ooh, that might be a problem. So then I did the same thing with some distress oxides. I think the blues, the green, the orange are oxide inks, and then the browns are just distress inks. And then I did this one as well. So I'm going to see what happens, but I'm not going to test it on in the book. I'm going to test it on this paper, and as you can see, when I stamp them, like the juicier stamps, it really soaked through the napkin. But yeah, and I'm so totally unprepared. I just decided to pop on, even though I've been thinking about it all day. I just came on at like the last minute and said, well, let's go live and do it live. So that's what I'm doing. So I need some water, and I had a little spray bottle. nearby, but I don't know what happened to it. Ooh, this brush is hard. Why? I don't know why it got hard. I washed it really, really good. Guess I didn't wash it good enough. Um, so anywho, I wanted to get some water to actually make it easier to tear her out, but I don't want to use her first. So let's just try one of the flowers. Let's use this brown one because it's like my least favorite. I think I used, it wasn't Vintage Photo, walnut stain for this flower. And the water would make it so much easier to tear out. Actually, I'm gonna put this on a tag or something that if it works well, instead of just wasting it on this paper, if it works out okay, then almost tore it. Then I could just make a tag or journaling card or something with it to go in the journal because I don't want to waste anything. Hey, just lovely. So, so when I don't need all of this stuff, it's always in my way. But then when I get on here and I need it, I can't find it. Let's see. I need a big bottle of water just to keep on my desk. Spray bottle. Okay. So I have some, these are kind of big, but I'm going to use it anyway. I have some stained, whatchamacallits, and I'm going to use that. Thank you, just lovely. Okay, so I'm going to assume that this is the correct side. I'm going to do it like this and try to, let me get a better one because I don't want to start out with a flawed card that's torn on the edge. Let's do this one. Did I just drop the thing? Oh, no. Okay. So we'll do it on this side since we got that going on over there. And we'll do it on, we'll do it here. Okay. Okay. Let's get that out of the way so it doesn't blow. And I'm sorry if you hear a lot of, I said I'm not going to be apologizing for stuff, but I know background noise annoys people, but I'm in Florida and it's very, very hot, like in the 90s. And I'm in the hottest room in the house. So I have to have fans blowing or I can't stay in here. It's too hot. So this is some watered down Mod Podge. And I don't remember the ratio. If you really, really want to know, let me know and I will find out for you, but it's watered down. And I'm not good at this. This is not something that I have done a lot of. Oh, see, yep, no, that's not gonna work. I haven't done a lot of this, as you can see. So I would, ooh, look at it. It's just running. It would work better with archival ink. The only problem is I don't have any. I wonder if it would work with chalk ink, but you can see it running. Well, that sucks. I could probably make it work with glue stick though. I've noticed that glue stick, like when I use it with a doily, I can get a yeah, that's bad. With glue stick, I can get a nice smooth finish with a doily when it's really hard to glue down doilies well. So so now that tells me, okay, I need to invest in some archival ink because I can make my own napkins for decoupage. And I'm sure there's something I could probably do to that to stop it from bleeding to set that ink so that it wouldn't do that. I just don't know what that could be. And I was wondering if chalk ink will do that too. Is chalk ink water reactive? Anybody know? Let me see. I'm getting some a chalk ink out. Let's see what color this is. No, I don't like that color. I think I'm doing too much with the blue and green too, but I can't help it. It just seems like it's supposed to go. So I didn't want to risk doing any more with that napkin. Let me see. I probably need to separate another one. Let's separate one that I probably won't be using much of. And it's already open. Oh, I like this one. I could use this one in another journal. So let's do this one. So this is how it goes. And there's a trick where you can just take a piece of tape, regular clear tape, to help pull the napkins apart. But these are pretty cheap napkins and it's not so hard to pull them apart. So some napkins only have 2 layers. This one has 3. And you can use this like tissue paper for the covers of journals, like to get that leather look on a journal. But yep. So ordinarily I would use this piece to decoupage with. Let's put that aside because we could use that later. But you can also use these pieces, and let's get some. I think this might be wet in a few places. So, and it's got that ink on it. So let's get some clean surface to work on and see what happens. So I need a stamp, and I guess I'll use that same flower because that's a Dollar Tree stamp, but it stamps so well and clear. I guess because it is it's got large spaces for the ink to go on. So let's see. Yeah, it doesn't look that bad. It doesn't. I'm going to test it because that's distress ink. I'm not sure if the oxide ink will do that too. So we're going to play around with that one and see what happens after this chalk ink business. I got little pieces of ephemera all over my desk. See this, or maybe it's just because I can't see that I feel like this stamp works so good because it just inks up so much better than everything else. To me, it does. So I just put the ink on heavy and let it sit there for a little bit so that the ink can soak into the napkin. Yeah, it came from Dollar Tree. Just lovely. I have a few of woodblock stamps from Dollar Tree. Let's see. I don't think I can find. The difference in the ones from Dollar Tree is that the wood is thinner, and I don't know if that fits better in my hand or what. But like say this one is from, this is a Hobby Lobby one, but it's so much thicker, and I don't know. I have problems with that. And I know I have some more Dollar Tree, but they may be seasonal. I don't know, because I keep my seasonal stuff separate. So, uh, so that's pretty light. Is that a feature of chalk ink? I haven't used these chalk inks very much since I got them, so I have no idea. This is a little brighter though. So let's see what happens. Just Lovely says she's washing her Goodwill finds. I'm gonna do a haul later. I've been missing Goodwill. I've never had luck at Goodwill. I have to check out your haul. I would love to get some vintage books and papers and stuff like that. Yeah, it's just gonna be light. The chalk ink is just lighter colored, I guess. But yes, I'll have to check out your haul. I don't know. It's disappointing to go looking for stuff that and you can't find it. I need it to be there. And these are pastel. So what's that? Let's see. And if you hear rumbling in the background, that's because we're getting ready to have a thunderstorm. And it's been rumbling for a while. So it bled even more just sitting. But I can still use it though. It's really wet. Oh, is it bleeding onto the back? Look at that. It is. Which isn't a problem, but so that's pretty. I think I like the blue one the best. Okay. I think that's enough experimenting. Let us pull the green one out first and see what happens. Oh, you found lacy fabrics? Ooh. Yeah, I've only been to 2 Goodwills. One was a really small one, and then I went to the main one here. And they have a lot of stuff, just not stuff that, not crafty stuff, or that could be upcycled to crafty stuff. But then I don't like being in places with a bunch of people either. So, and I know that day when I went to the big Goodwill, it was so crowded, and I was just like, let me get out of here. That was a long time ago, though. Okay. Vintage type needle book. Oh, needle books. Okay. Let's use a smaller one just to see what happens. I'm gonna do it like that. Probably put too much. Let's do it like that. Can y'all hear the rumbling? Oops. Let's just knock something down. The chalk ink works good. You can't see it on camera, but it does. It works pretty good and it doesn't bleed. So can you see it? Yeah. So that's interesting. You can play around with that. Smooth it out a little bit. Okay. Set that aside. Now I want it to go back and try the I think I like the orange. Was the orange? Yeah, the orange is oxide, I'm pretty sure. So let's try the oxide inks. So far I can get away with chalk ink, and I already know I can use Stays On or archival ink, I believe. And if I had a little bit of water, I could just take a small brush and go around it with a wet small brush, and this would be easier to tear. But alas, I do not have any water in here. So, okay. Oh. You can hear the thunder? Wow. Okay. Okay. So I don't like that, but we'll get over it. I'm gonna do it this side. Can probably get away with what's already on the brush. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what happens. Kind of scared. Oh, nope. I can already tell it's gonna bleed. I'm just gonna have to wet it anyway. I mean, it's not completely horrible. It just depends on how you want it to look. And I guess you could just stamp it on there, but I don't know. It seems like it. I don't know. So chalk ink it is. It's just that I'm gonna have to work with darker colors. And this kept spreading. Wonder is this gonna seep through? And it's still not adhered in that middle part. So I gotta press it down, and that's gonna make it spread. But it's pretty because it brings out like a yellow. Okay. So I don't know how I'm gonna make that work for what I wanted it to do with it. Um, hmm. But it does give me something to start playing around with. Or maybe I can like turn these into postcards. Okay. Oops. I'm probably not going to use her in this after all. I'm going to find a way to use the decoupage in here. Okay. Let me see what other chalk ink colors I have. Let's see what I can figure out. Okay, I have a brown called Jumbo Java. And let me move this. I guess I can put it back in the bag. I have a little Ziploc bag that I'm keeping my project in to keep it safe and all the little pieces of ephemera that go with it. So, oh, she needs to go back in the bag. All right. Let's stamp some more. Do I have room on this one? Let's use this one. So actually I could put all of these on here and go from there. Let's see. Where is the mermaid stamp? There she is. So this is what she looks like. Oh, I never even used this one. So it's nice and juicy. Don't get that good. Okay. Fingers crossed, toes crossed. Is this still the mermaid journal? Yes. I'm just experimenting on ways to add some decoupage to the envelopes that are already in the journal. Runniness, I think it's a word. Okay. I'm always afraid to pick the stamp up. It's like I just keep letting it sit there. Okay, yeah, that didn't do very well. Why not? Let's try it again. More ink. I've seen people slide the pad across. Is that a good practice? I don't know. Should I be sliding it across? Let's try it and see what happens. Looks like I got everywhere pretty good except, and maybe that's because I didn't press down evenly. Let's find out. Let's give it a lot of pressure everywhere. I would think sliding wouldn't be good, but I see people do it all the time. So I don't know. I'm not an expert either. Which is another reason why I don't really want to stamp directly on my project. I'd rather do like this and then just apply it. That's what brought all of this on, because I was like, I want to put the mermaid in there, but I don't want to I want her to blend in. So, okay. I pressed it as much as I can. And it didn't come out even as good as the first one. So maybe it's probably me. And maybe she can just be light. Let's see. What's on that? I'm gonna save the darker one and just test out the lighter one, see what happens. And I'm just gonna put her on a card just to test. And I might use her. See, I'm gonna do a little something different so that it's just not a naked image on the card. And I got too close to the rough part of the napkin. Okay. Oh, they did mark them down? I haven't been to Joanne. Whew. Not inside. I did do one pickup while I was away on quarantine, but I didn't go in the store. So I haven't been to Joanne inside for some months, even though it's not like my favorite store. Is she too big for this? No, she's just right. So I'm gonna stamp a little background on there first before I put her on. As soon as I can find my stamps, don't blow away. Put you right there. Put you just in case. I think that's it. And you love thunderstorms. Just lovely. Are you in Florida? Because in the summertime we have one almost every day. And I don't think you'll be loving them. I mean, I don't feel one way or the other about them that much. But they can be a little bit intense. This is nothing so far. And it's like I'm in an area where it storms, but it doesn't storm like it does downtown, like where my dad lives. It's probably throwing down over there right now because I've been over at his house, but that's how Florida is though. But I've been at his house before. Ooh, I like that. And it was just storming and raining cats and dogs. And I got home and it was just as dry here. Nothing happened. Let's do this little corner right here. So yeah, but the storms here are a little bit intense. Yeah, that's how it was. I remember coming down here visiting my grandparents, and I was over a little friend's house, and it started storming, and we had to sit down and be still. They turned everything off, and we don't do that here though, because if we did, we'd be doing it every single day. So I think they call it sea breeze storms. So it's something to do with the air coming off of the ocean. And yeah, that's why we get the afternoon storms every day during the summer. So, but it can be Very intense. Like thunder that shakes the whole house intense. Okay. So let's see how this looks. Since she didn't stamp well, she needs a background. That looks pretty all by itself. There's a better way to do that, but I don't have it. And I guess I could, with the cards and stuff, just stamp on it, but you know, it still gives it a different look. You can barely see her. Yep, I got it from Allie, Leela. You get used to the, like I said, what you hear now is nothing. And I don't even worry about the lightning. It's when it starts, I mean, the thunder, it's when it starts lightning, because we're the lightning capital of the world, I believe. And that's like what you have to worry about. If she was darker on there, that would be awesome. Just thinking, what else can I do? It looks like I'm going to do another junkier journal, mermaid journal, because I have been collecting so much stuff, and I have so much stuff, and I can't put it all in this journal, and I really want to use it. So I'll make something with that. And because she's underwater, I don't know. You could be right. It's just that all the detail would be lost. I just wish I had like the brown colored uh archival ink. I only have black. So I don't want to use that. But this is just a little experimenting. So I wonder. Okay. Y'all don't forget to give me a thumbs up, please, if you're enjoying my experiments. I did want to experiment with a few other things, but I don't think it's appropriate for my journal. So I have to wait. I wonder if I could do something with the scales, the mermaid scales on one of these cards since I got them out. I don't like the way this came out. So maybe I'll have to use this side for something. And I could probably put some gesso on here. I could do that with the stencil. This already needs to be cleaned and soaked anyway. So this is the stuff I've been thinking about doing all day, and I just kind of basically said, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. And now I'm going to do it. Let me find my gesso. I thought I had the big bottle over here. But I guess it grew feet and walked away. Give me a second. Okay, I do have a big bottle somewhere else, but I don't know where. Gotta see which one of these is open. So this is the one that's not open. Put it on the cart. Can you use gesso with a stencil? Let me go put this in some water. Okay, let's see. I think I'm going to use a sponge for this. No, I'll use one of my Dollar Tree brushes. That's what I got them for. Hopefully it'll work. Let's take this one out. Put it in a drawer. Well, these aren't bad. I mean, I'm no brush guru, but master stroke, 3/4 inch. Okay, just lovely. You're probably already gone. Thank you, Latrice. Okay. This isn't the regular craft mat. This is one of those oven liners. It's a little smaller than my craft mat, which I didn't realize when I ordered it. But it's not bad so far. I don't know how it's gonna clean up once I get glue all over it. I just cleaned my other one this morning, and maybe I won't use the brush at all. It's just gonna work. Again, we're experimenting. I don't know what I'm doing. Nope, that's not going to work. Okay. So let's see. That would work if I were using, what do you call that stuff? Modeling paste. Need more. Uh-oh. And it's pulling the paint off of the stencil that I had not cleaned off. Oopsie. And the stencil's crooked. Probably need to go soak this stencil. Okay. That was probably, oh, that didn't go very well. That just made a mess. Okay, so that doesn't work. Let's just spread it out. I can come back and stamp on it or whatever. Yeah. So that's a big no. All right. I guess experimenting is over. I don't want to pull out the heat gun and dry that, but I am going to put something on top of it. Oops. Oopsie. I think the distressed ink would have been okay because she's, oh, you were already at that. Okay. Do I want to set this down again? No. It's getting all over my hand. Let us put you somewhere where you won't make a mess. There you go. What's going on in here? Nothing. Okay. I guess that's gonna be it. Because I have other things I want to do, but I don't want y'all having to sit here and wait for me to wait on things to dry. I think that's gonna be nice. I just need to get a better impression. But I like the way the napkin like disappears into the background. That's like the best part. So I'm going to take that piece of napkin that I had taken out, and I can use this for something else. Actually, let's work with the octopus on here. Let's do that. Okay, close your ears. I'm going to hit it with the heat gun real quick. Okay. I know this has Mod Podge on it. However, I don't want to leave again to go get the other brush. So we're going to work with this. I'm making a mess of it already. I don't think I put enough down underneath there. Maybe I should have stamped up under this one too. Probably wouldn't have shown up though because it's so dark, the blue. Okay. No, I was trying to take that off, but maybe that's not such a good idea. Just made a mess, kind of. Okay, I think I like doing that. Let's do some more. Got a few more minutes. I'm gonna do the, I think I'm just gonna do it right on the mat. Hello, sisters. Okay. This could be used for something else, of course. Not the mermaid journal, but and I'm not sure I should be using it to cover the whole index card or just take out like little pieces of flowers, but in this instance I think I don't know. Do I want to make it like a tag? Maybe I do. And maybe I need that StazOn ink again. Let's use this one this time. Is the font going the right direction? What does it say? I need to take the time to read what it says. I was gonna buy a stamp not long ago, and it didn't make any sense. So I didn't get it, but I never even thought to read this one. That doesn't look good. The other one looks better. Okay, that's enough of that because I don't like the way it looks. Yeah, I need to read that. Thank you. Okay, I think that's what I'm gonna do because I want to get the butterfly on there. That butterfly, this butterfly. I guess I could get no, because this is the rough part of the napkin again, and I'm gonna do that. So hopefully my ink has. I think it's pretty dry. over some. I don't think the ink's. Let's move this. Like that better. Oh, my finger's stuck. So what are y'all doing for the Memorial Day holiday? Anything? I know it's kind of hard to do anything under the circumstances, but I'm just curious. We're not doing anything. I pretty much forgot that it was coming up with worrying about the end of school and just regular everyday life. Yeah. So the stamping didn't show through very much, but it might come through a little bit more once it's dry. I kind of want to do more just so I can have stuff in my stash that I can use. And since I got these index cards available, because right now when I make a journal, I have to pretty much have to make everything at the time that I use. So I don't want to keep using the octopus because that's a little bit weird. So since Blue Diamond says she's gonna finish putting her crafting area together. Oh, that sounds like fun. Okay, which direction do I want to go? I hate to keep covering up the lines, but how do I want to do this? I can do it over here. I'm gonna do it right there. No, I'm gonna do it over here. I'm gonna do it over there. I think I'm gonna stamp again too. And I might end up coming back over it with some gesso to dull the stamping a little bit, like up there too, and just sand it off a little bit so that it's not so noticeable. So that it blends more into the background, basically. See, just to go kind of off the edge a little bit. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. I need all the help I can get over here. Okay. That one came out better, light, like I wanted it. Not so dark. Just put that. I need to really finish using this mixture. It's been sitting for a while. Oh no. Trying to jump on the paper. I'm gonna go right there. Because you can't really tell that that's an octopus tentacle. Not really. I could just keep doing this and doing this and doing this. Oh my goodness. I need to find my tags and do some of those. Because I've got some not so flowery and vintagey looking napkins too that I could use for some more modern look journals. Because that's kind of what I'm probably going to be leaning towards for a while. I really like the vintage look stuff, but I think modern stuff needs to get some love too. Okay, so I think that is going to be it for my little experimenting for the day. I'll probably do some more um, later, and I got paint on there, gesso on there. Um, if I do, I'll probably share on Instagram. Make sure you follow me on both my channels. One is Journal Life's Journey, which is about journaling, journals, stuff like that. The same kind of stuff that I'm doing here. And then the other channel is, it's not a channel. The other profile is SCRAPCRAFTASTIC, and I do DIY stuff, craft stuff, and planning stuff over there. So thank you all for dropping in and hanging out with me while I played around with some decoupage. And I will see you all later, probably one day over the weekend. So make sure you're subscribed and turn on those notifications so you don't miss me. Thanks. Bye.